Good everyone, and welcome to today's bonus video, and today we have the P-40F-10 requested by CottonMallow. Obviously, I mentioned this in the Key 61 co-flight with Matty Renigo, and again, this is a plane I freaking love. I love the P-40. The problem is, it fights on allied teams. Fun. Now, to give credit to allied teams, I've actually not had that many bad allied teams at the moment. But that probably means I've just jinxed myself. So the P-40, obviously I didn't cover the history on the Key 61 because I couldn't be asked, and not only that, I barely know anything about it. But the P-40F was, well, the P-40 in general was essentially a replacement to the P-36, and this aircraft was famously used by the Flying Tigers. I've mentioned this before in my Russian P-40 first flight, and the F model essentially brings it up to 11. With the engine this thing's packing a Packard V1650, it drastically improves the plane's performance at both medium, low, and high altitude, and this plane just feels better than the E model in every way. So, why is it at 2.7 then, when the P40E is 2.7 as well? To be honest, I don't know, because I remember the P40E used to be 2.3 at one point. But bomb load wise, it doesn't change. Obviously, we're not taking any bombs today because, well, it's P40. I say that, and yet I took freaking bombs on the F2A3 when we did that flight. It depends on the map. If it's a decent map where I can climb effectively, even with bombs on, I might, but we'll see. Okay, well, we might as well jump in because I know what CottonMallow's like for me waffling and stuff like that. Excuse me. So obviously we're almost 650 cal, which is always nice. Oh, this is a map where we do not want bombs. So we won't be bringing them. Obviously, I do apologize for the Facebook ping last game. My Facebook's going off like a train today. But it's only because I've got a few friend birthdays coming up, and well, when this video comes out, those already passed. But essentially, I've just got a lot of friends who've got a lot of birthdays coming up, and they're basically wanting to meet up and all that, hang out and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I'll do that. But obviously, when this video comes out, I will be away on holiday. And, well, I can't decide to hang out then, but that's why I've done this in advance. Ground camo. What? America for the win, oh my god. Let's have a look, yep, thought so. He's in a Spitfire, why are you going on about ground camo? Yeah, the only thing I don't like about the P-40F was when it was stock, it was... Oh, he's claiming he's invisible. I could just make a Skyrim joke here, but I won't. The only thing with the P-40F is when it was stock, it could not climb at all. It felt like I was climbing in a fucking Wildcat. Like, it would just not climb at all, and it was terrible. But now, it's not so bad. Obviously, I'm spaded, so... Obviously, the cockpit from the P-40E doesn't really change much. And what the fuck is he doing? Is he really on the deck of the 5B Spitfire? Fuck me. It's even a 5B Trop. Like, come on, dude. Get climbing. Like, honestly. I need to do a series called Flight School or something like that. Maybe that could be a new series for the future, like Flight School. Basic concepts of flying in War Thunder, because I swear half these pilots don't fucking know it. I'll probably do it in a freaking Spitfire, or a Zero. And just do a flight series, like, just show you what to do. Maybe some defensive maneuvers that even I pull. So that way, if you was to maybe meet me in combat, you could maybe use them against me and I'd be rather impressed. I did have to laugh. Apparently a couple of months, well, about a month ago now, I met one of my subscribers in a battle. I didn't even know. He didn't say hi or anything. I was in a HE-112 B1U2, and he was in a Spitfire, and I pulled every manoeuvre out the bag I could think of to deal with a Spitfire, and eventually I managed to get guns on him and kill him. I'm kind of thankful I did get the killing shot when I did, because otherwise I'd have been screwed, and I know that for a fact. But to be fair, the 112 at low speed did handle pretty dang nicely. So anyway, let's have a look at the enemy team. Any names I recognise? I recognise that swag though. That's a random name. IL-2, not my concern. I mean, he's a normal IL-2. And he just... I'm being sarcastic at this point. I mean, he's in a 5B Spitfire, for fuck's sake. All you have to do is go vertical and just go around him. It's an IL-2, it handles like a fucking house. Fucking retard. As I always say, how do some people get past the bloody login screen? I do not know. He's level 22, he was at a Spitfire 5B. In fact, he was our top fighter. And he does that. Fucking hell. Well, the good news is that Flyny boy, however you say it, is dragging those planes down, so that's always nice. Okay, so let's take a look at priority targets. So obviously the I-29, that's a pretty good plane, so we would want to deal with that. However, I just detected a Merlin near me. Yeah, it's that Spitfire. However, that Russian P-40 has altitude, and it's an E model. Obviously, I own that plane, so I know exactly what it can do. And against an allied team, it's actually pretty effective. So we're pretty high up. Obviously, that P-38E and the Spitfire are about to get bounced by him. So that might give us a chance to break off, but there is an I-16, and I-16's a little bastards, let's just say. Don't think he's getting involved with the fight. The Yak-7 just went down. So we can long range this I-16 with the 50 cal. The 50 cal has pretty good range. He's coming head on, so that's always nice. God, he's a maneuverable little shit, isn't he? He dodged the 50 cal, but that's fine. If there's one thing we have over an I-16, it's top speed. That's fine, mate. I've got the patience of a bloody saint. Just gonna throttle back here because my engine is starting to overheat. Yeah, it seems not doing so hot. We need to deal with this I-16 quickly. The problem is that it's flown by a clearly good I-16 pilot, and a good I-Shack pilot is a nightmare to deal with. Right, we got him. He's good, but not good enough. Did have to dodge him very creatively there, but our pilot did take a round, but he's okay. Right, the Russian P-40 is dead. Let's go for the I-29 next. We've suffered a minor fuel leak, but it's minor. I don't really care at this point. The I-29 can outrun most of the planes that we have here. Except for me. He can't outrun the P-40F. Especially when I've got all this altitude to dive from. And I think he's worked that out now. He's turning back for a head-on with a B-34, which is just bloody suicide. The only problem is high-speed lockup. I don't remember it in the P-40F. And so far, it feels like shit. Got a nice crit. Pretty poor shooting on my part, but we did have a lot of speed and not only that, a control lockup. Come on, Spitfire. Fine, I'll do your bloody job for you. There we go. I-29 destroyed. Yak 7 got away, but that's fine. We'll start making our way towards the Yak 7. We're still combat effective. Right, now I know for a fact there's normally a cheeky AA gun that's parked around the bases somewhere. I've always remembered it because I used to just... When I was in a ground attack or like a bomber or something and it was towards like the mid-end of the match, if people left it alone and I was in like a Dornier 7 or 217E, I'd just fly along, bomb a base and then just kill that AA gun with a front gun. I'm trying to find it now, I think it's over there. If that's the right one, mind you. So, last planes that are left, there are an Isle 2. And there is also... Oh, he's just crashed, that's good. There's an Isle 2, and there's that Yak 7. The Isle 2 is out of the game, because he just crashed, so it's just that Yak 7 left. So we'll clean up this AA piece for a bit of extra points, and then we'll climb, obviously. Oh, bit more AA fire, thank you very much. That's better. Okay. Still got ammo to fight, let's get climbing. The fuel, at the moment, I'm not worried about. The fuel is the least of our concerns. Right, where's the airfield? It's over to the right, it's over there. I think I just saw his dot. Watching the engine temps at the moment because that will affect us. So let's have a look at this guy's player level and see if we can establish. Yeah, he's kind of inexperienced, so we've got a good chance of beating him, especially when we have the altitude advantage. But yeah, people who knock the P-40 for apparently being... Well, I've seen people knock the P-40 for apparently being very flammable. Yeah, well... To be fair, it's not exactly the most modern plane at 2.7. I mean, there are more modern planes. I mean, we've got planes with self-sealing fuel tanks, which I think this thing has, if I remember rightly. But the thing is that self-sealing fuel tanks doesn't always mean you're going to put out a fire. Messed up my camera movement there. And that's one thing to consider. You're not going to be able to... Well, the simple fact is you're not going to be able to... I just realised I'm overheating my engine here. You're not always going to be able to put out a fire if you have self-sealing tanks. And I see a lot of people make that mistake. There you are, Mr. Yak 7. So now what we'll do is we'll fly at 40% power. So that way we can still remain airborne. And we'll just wait for this guy. I love playing a waiting game when it comes... Well, I'm not vulturing him. No chance. That's just scummy. And I mean, we have the fuel to sit at here, so I don't care. I could care less. I can fly it here for a good, what, 20, 25 minutes if I keep it at this throttle setting. See that fuel, which should have sealed by now, but it isn't. It's not that big of a concern. The only thing that concerns me at the moment, folks, is the fact that, well, it's AA, and this is an inline, so... It's his call, I don't care. If he wants to J out, he can J out. If he doesn't want to J out, he can come and fight. I think he wants to fight. That's always good. No, he's Jing out. I think. No, he's not. I'll let the team know. do like the fact that he actually asked us if he wanted to J out and all that. I do respect him now. Kamikaze. Wrong nation, my friend. Wrong nation. Oh. He just crashed. I mean, that works, but I would have liked a third kill, but whatever. Smoke on. Game's over. That was a good game. GG indeed, mate. GG. I'm sorry, I just love the 50 cal spitting out this plane. Always nice. So not a bad result. Obviously, 2 air kills, 1 ground target. Shame we didn't get many more kills because that we had to deal with that I-16. But it was a pretty good result. So P-40F, obviously, CottonMallow didn't ask for a specific variant. And obviously, we do technically have 3 variants in game, if you include the Russian one. But I chose the F1 because, or the F10, because it's just got such more power behind it, and it just handles so much better. Not at high speed, but that's a story for another day. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video on the P40F, and I will see you all on the next one.